Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me. My name is Bree, and let's just move and breathe together today and create some space. So let's meet in Sukhasana, good space pose, and bring hands to heart center. And really press into the hands, really feeling each finger press into the other finger. Maybe feeling the shoulder blades draw together as you press through the hands. And then on your next exhale, go ahead and interlace the fingers and press the palms away as you drop the chin towards the chest and round the back. Breathing into the back body, creating some space. Inhale, the arms lift overhead and find some bend in the elbows. So pulling the heart forward just slightly. And begin to make some spinal spirals. So just moving in one direction, starting to gently wake up the body. Find some movement in the spine. And then going in the opposite direction. And then go ahead and come to center and release the hands down to the knees. Be rolling out the shoulders a few times, bringing them up and around. Good. And we'll make our way into tabletop position. So coming onto all fours, shoulders over wrists, and finding your neutral table, and just begin to have a wiggle, have a wag. Begin to explore and find some opening here. Doesn't need to look any certain way. Just begin to ask yourself what your body needs, what feels good. As humans, we like our familiar patterns, and see if you can color outside the lines and move a little bit differently today. Move like you. And just find a rhythm or an anti-rhythm. And then we'll settle in to a neutral tabletop and begin to bring the knees close together and walk the hands out just slightly in front of you. And we're going to begin to send the hips over towards the left. So sitting on the left hip, and inhale, open the right arm. So fingertips reach back, maybe gazing back at that thumb. And then exhale, circle the arm around and begin to press yourself up through center and send yourself over towards the right. So weight into the right hand, inhaling, opening up the left arm, and then exhale, circling the arm back around as you come through center. We'll do that twice more on each side with your breath. So inhale, peeling open, maybe finding some opening in the chest, gazing back at the fingers, and then as you exhale, circle back around through center and make your way to the other side. And making this yours, moving in a way that feels natural, feels good in your body. Once more here. Just finding this fluidity with the movement and breath. And meeting in tabletop position. Tuck the toes, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Taking a moment to settle in, maybe cat paw the hands, finding that sweet spot. And then gaze up at the hands and slowly walk up towards the top of the mat. Meeting in a forward fold, And walk the feet out a little bit wider than hip distance and just find ragdoll. Maybe grabbing opposite elbows, finding a gentle sway from side to side. And then releasing the hands down, and we're going to find a slow roll up. So really pressing down through the feet to help lift you up, and dropping the tailbone, deep bend in the knees, and maybe finding a bit of a shake here as you slowly rise all the way up. Really getting into the fascia, finding some fascial release here. Good. And maybe taking a moment as you stack the spine and meet in mountain pose, finding a little bit of a shake. Maybe flicking the fingers. Sending some love to our nervous system. And this helps to tickle the vagus nerve and elicit that restful relaxation response. And then we'll find stillness. Maybe palms face forward. Find your breath. Inhale, float the arms up overhead. Exhale, palm presses into palm as you draw the hands to heart center. Inhale, lift the arms up, and then grab for the left wrist with the right hand as the left foot steps off the right side of the mat. So coming into a big side body stretch here. And really finding some bend in the knees to create some opening in the left side of the body. Maybe heart spirals up just slightly. And then on your next exhale, begin to release the hands. Hips go back, hands go back as the chest and the crown of the head reaches forward. Curtsy pose. So keeping a nice juicy bend in both knees. And finding length in the spine. Reaching through the crown of the head as the fingertips and the hips reach in the opposite direction. And then release the hands down to frame the foot. Step the left foot back. Drip the left knee down. Inhale, stack the spine. Low lunge. And see if you can integrate the core in this low lunge. So instead of dumping into the hips, see if you can energetically pull the right heel and the left knee towards one another. And see if that shifts any sort of sensation for you in this low lunge. I know when I do that, I often feel it in my hip flexor here. Inhale here. Exhale, let it go. This time, inhale, suction through the palms. So finding cactus arms here. Maybe now we find some deepening into the hips as the chest opens, the throat opens, slight back bend here. And then release the hands behind the back and come into a chest opener. So maybe slight bend in the elbows as the fists pull down towards the mat. Breathing here. Exhale, release the hands, step back, downward facing dog. One full round of breath here. Gaze up at the hands, walk up to the top of the mat, meeting in forward fold. Inhale, press down through the feet as you slowly rise up, maybe finding that vibration, that little bit of a shake as you stack the vertebrae. Coming up to mountain pose. Inhale, arms go wide, reaching up overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms go up. And this time, grab for the right wrist as you step off with the right foot to the left side of the mat. Big side body stretch here on the right side. And find some bend in the knees, helping you open here, spiraling the heart up just slightly. And then exhale, hands release, they go back like you're floating your cape back. Hips go back, crown of the head reaches forward. And see if you can pull back on the left hip crease. And really finding some equal opposition here as the crown of the head reaches forward and the hips and the fingertips reach back. Release the hands down to the floor, step back and gently drip the right knee down and press down through that front foot as you inhale into low lunge. Once more, finding some integrity here, some length in the spine, seeing if you can energetically pull that left heel and right knee towards one another, creating some traction here. And then inhale, suction through the palms as you cactus the arms. We find some opening in the chest, a slight back bend, and then release the hands behind the back, come into a chest opener. Breathing deeply here. And exhale, release the hands to the ground, step back, downward facing dog. Full breath in, full breath out. Gaze up at the hands, slowly walk up to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold. And this time we'll go right into it. So inhale, press down to lift all the way up. And then exhale, grab the left wrist as you step off to the right side of the mat. Side body stretch, side dancer here. Exhale, curtsy pose. Hips go back, chest reaches forward, finding length. Exhale, release hands to the floor, step back with the left foot, drop the back knee down. Inhale, lifts you up, low lunge. On your next inhale, suction through the palms, find some opening in the front body. Maybe that front heel lifts as you release the hands, coming into a chest opener. Finding some softness here. Releasing out of it, plant the hands, find your way, downward facing dog. Steady breath in and fully empty out. Gaze up at the hands, step up to meet the hands, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. And then grab for the right wrist as you step off the side with the right toes. Side dancer. Breathing into the right rib cage. Exhale, hips go back, fingertips reach back as the heart and the head pull forward. Release the hands down to the ground, step back with the right foot. Drip the knee down as you inhale, lift all the way up, low lunge. Inhale, suction through the palms. Find some space here as you exhale, release the hands behind the back. Chest opener, maybe that front heel lifts. And then exhale, release the hands. This time, sit the hips back, child's pose, reaching the arms forward as the hips go back. Taking a beat. Finding your full breath, breathing into the back of the heart. And then we'll make our way slowly into a seated position. Meeting back in Sukhasana, where we started. Maybe taking one more final round of some spinal spirals. Going in each direction. And then finding center, finding stillness. And let's close out with 3 rounds of breath. And maybe inviting a hum on the exhale, this internal om, as that helps to engage the parasympathetic nervous system, our rest and digest nervous system. And so inhale fully here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Once more. Inhale fully. And exhale. And closing out your practice however you'd like. Maybe hands come to heart center, bowing forward with thanks and gratitude. And thanking yourself for showing up today, as oftentimes the hardest part is getting to the mat. So thanking yourself for carving out the time and space. And I look forward to practicing with you again next time.